Later, I'm in a break room at Fashion Spear putting away my lunch in the refrigerator. Just as I close the door, Alex Macys, the shoe department manager, startled me. This guy could be Bernie Sanders' twin brother. He stood there, frowning. "Alex, you scared the moon rocks out of me." "Well, I hope you are wearing a diaper. I'd never leave home without mine." "Steve, it has been one hell of a morning. I'm not surprised Mr. Coldstone called you to work. You should have known better than to answer that blasted phone." "Alex, what's going on with Randy and Carla?" "Mr. Coldstone gets paid the big bucks to share breaking news. After all, this won't come as a shock. Several people in this city have been stabbed to death this year for trying to stop shoplifters. Thieves are like bloodthirsty vultures. They're all around us." "Randy and Carla are dead?" "I do wish death for Mr. Coldstone. When his mother ran this store years ago, she was an uppity little bitch, rude and demanding. Like mother, like son. It would give me pleasure to see Mr. Coldstone dismembered through a wood chipper while I'm spitting in his face. As for the current store manager, Mr. Shivers, he has no backbone. He's a spineless coward, and Mr. Coldstone is holding his leash." I had under 3 minutes to meet Mr. Coldstone. Just as I started to leave, Alex roughly took hold of my arm. "Steve, what's the scoop on my Profit Partner Recognition Award?" "Alex, you know the disbursement process can take some time." "Don't give me that cotton candy crap. It's been 3 months since I dropped a dime on your former manager. I saw Lori rolling flat screen TVs out the back door with her crackhead boyfriend. Thanks to me, she was terminated and arrested with that loser. Should I remind you, all the missing merchandise was recovered? I saved the store a lot of money." "Yes, you did. We appreciate your snitching. I mean your tip. You set a good example for the honest associate." "Spare me that flowery bullshit. Mr. Coldstone owes me $250 and 10% of all inventory recoveries. According to the bulletin on that wall, I am eligible for that award." "Alex, I'll talk to Mr. Coldstone." "See to it that you do, or I will raise volcanic hell like never before." After I slipped away from Alex, I made my way to the executive suite. I found Mr. Shivers standing guard outside his own office door. The nervous wreck was sweating profusely. "Steve, Mr. Coldstone is inside waiting for you. It's now 11:13 a.m. Please hurry." Inside, Mr. Coldstone was sitting at Mr. Shivers' desk. He sifted through some documents, talking to himself. Yeah. This man applied to be a police officer 6 times. He failed the psychological exam 6 times. His mother pulled strings for him to get this corporate job. 4 years ago, he left the Dollar Mart chain to work for Fashion Spear. He has been a pain in the ass to everyone ever since. Mr. Coldstone?" "Smelly, have a seat. Thanks to a scum walking out of the store without paying for a toaster oven, I lost 2 members of our department. At the store's exit, Carla took hold of the shoplifter's bag concealing the merchandise. Before she could identify herself, the young punk spun around and knocked her on her ass. The witness said she withered like a dead sunflower." "Good Lord!" "Randy violated store policy by pursuing the suspect into the parking lot. Customers' associates followed him out of the store and witnessed a mismatch. This maniac body slammed Randy, then struck him in the face repeatedly. Not only did Randy lose his teeth, but he also lost consciousness. A police officer happened to be patrolling the mall property. He intervened and arrested the assailant." "This is terrible. When Randy and Carla are well enough to return to work, we should throw a welcome back party for them." "They are never coming back to this door. Mr. Shivers called me down from the corporate office. As soon as I arrived, the paramedics were loading Carla into the ambulance like a corpse. Her swollen face was beyond recognition. She looked at me with her one good eye and mumbled she quit. A lot of good that kickboxing academy has done for her. Who could expect much from a 100-pounder? I would have never hired her. As for Randy, he's in a coma at the hospital.
Smelly, I don't mind my associates bending the rules a bit, but you damn well better win. How the hell can we doctor up our reports if we look foolish in public? A man in my position cannot look foolish. If Randy ever wakes up from La La Land, he's going to find out he's missing more than teeth. He will find a nice pink slip on a table near his bed.
Whoa. Well, how soon will it be for you to pull officers from other stores to come in and help us?
Smelly, you've been working in the store since the Stone Age. Tell me what you know about shrink.
Well, shrink is merchandise or money that is lost in our day-to-day operations. It can be external and internal.
Tell me the difference between external and internal shrink.
Sir, why are you asking me all this?
Because I can.
Internal shrink comes from our employees' errors or dishonesty. External shrink is caused by thieves outside of the company, mainly through burglary and shoplifting.
Smelly, you impressed the hell out of me. Your brain generates just enough cells to get by. What happens today will determine whether or not you remain employed here. Due to our department shortage, I am promoting you to loss prevention detective, effective immediately.
The world around me became deathly still. One side of my face felt paralyzed and saggy. I thought I was having a damn stroke. I struggled to compose myself. Mr. Coldstone, I am flattered, but I've been serving this store as a guard for 20 years. I enjoy it. Thank you for your generous offer, but I have to decline it.
Are you declining to continue working here?
Mr. Coldstone put on his glasses and adjusted them downward. He held up a copy of a job posting from 20 years ago.
Allow me to refresh your exceptional brain cells on a job posting from the company's archives. Quote, as a retail guard, you will deter theft and maintain a safe business environment. When a vacancy becomes available, this position leads to a loss prevention detective. End quote. Apparently for 20 years you've slipped through the cracks. On behalf of the store, please accept our apologies for overlooking you.
Mr. Coldstone, please, have mercy. I'm just a useless old bag. I have arthritis. I couldn't possibly detain shoplifters or perform audits. I can't even balance what little is in my checkbook.
You are it, Smelly. My decision is final. Enjoy your 5-cent raise.
Shucks.
Today, while I'm away on company business, you will be the only member of loss prevention on duty. I expect you to take good care of company property until I return at 4:30 this evening.
Why did I answer that phone?
I better not hear as much a tiny battery stolen. If you cannot handle protecting our assets, then you are garbage. I don't take kindly to garbage sitting around for too long. It takes up space and it stinks. I will dispose of garbage, just like I did with Lori and Randy. Do your hairy ears get my drift? At 11:30 a.m., we have a briefing with all department heads. Afterwards, I am leaving the store for a meeting at the corporate office. Fail me once, and you will be fired.
Mr. Coldstone wouldn't even let me go home and change out of this security uniform. How did he expect me to work undercover? After crucifying my soul, Mr. Coldstone had me put my hand over this loss prevention binder. He had me to take an oath to uphold the policies of Fashion Spear as a store detective, so help me God.